Hi lovelies, today I'm going to be answering all of the frequently asked questions surrounding my rhinoplasty. If you already didn't know, I got my nose done earlier this year in March, which means I'm approaching 5 months post-op. I'll insert a before side profile picture. This is what my front profile looks like, and I'll show y'all my side profile right now. So let's get right into the details. So who was my doctor? My doctor was Dr. Luis Sandoval, and he's based in Guadalajara, Mexico. So I reached out to him in May of 2023, and I scheduled an appointment for December of 2023, and he quoted me for $4,300. But as December got closer, I ended up chickening out, but then I ended up regretting chickening out. So I reached out to him again in January of 2024, so earlier this year, and scheduled my appointment for March of 2024, and I got quoted $4,600. So he did raise his prices, and from what I've seen like online, he does constantly raise his prices, so I'm not sure what he's charging now, but that is what I paid for in March of 2024. And in terms of why I chose Dr. Luis Sandoval as my doctor, one, I really loved his work on Instagram. I actually was put on to him by my best friend because she was going to get her rhinoplasty with him originally. And so when she showed me his work, I really liked it, and so I kept up with him for about like 2 years before I booked with him. Yeah, I just really liked his work, and I would see like some people post their before and afters on TikTok and YouTube, and they would say really great things about him. And also it was more convenient because I am from Guadalajara, meaning I do have family in Mexico, and so I didn't have to worry about like hotel expenses, and I felt more comfortable going outside the country to get my nose job since I had my family there. It all worked out for me, and I also really liked the price that he was charging me, because if you haven't gone through a consultation with any doctors here in the United States, they cost way more than $4,000. Overall, it just seemed like he was the best option for me. A couple people reached out to me asking about the safety level of the neighborhood and also the cleanliness of the office. Again, I could be biased because again, I am Mexican, meaning I can speak Spanish and I had my family there. I felt pretty safe, and I was on public transportation with my aunt. There was not one time where I felt unsafe. The office itself is super new and furnished and super clean. The staff and the doctor himself are really professional. Nothing about it felt weird or anything like that. And another cool thing that he does provide when you do reach out to him for a consultation and you do finalize an appointment with him, he actually does provide you a lot of hotel or like those not a nursing home, but like those like places where you can stay and like nurses watch over you. I don't know what those are called, but he gives you a list of places that you can stay. But again, I didn't have to worry about that because I stayed with my aunt. Now, in terms of the actual nose job process itself, everyone keeps asking, is it painful? No, nothing about a nose job is painful. I felt zero pain throughout the entire process, but it is extremely uncomfortable because right after your surgery, you are in a cast for an entire week, and you can't like touch your nose or do anything with it because it's literally bleeding the first 3 days, and the rest of the days like you're just cleaning up the dried like boogers and like blood and all that stuff. So you can't breathe through your nose. You have to breathe through your mouth the entire week, and I'm not a mouth breather, so that was like super uncomfortable for me. I literally couldn't even sleep at night, which is what gave me the most anxiety and what I consider to be the worst part of the whole nose job process. I also started snoring. I even asked the doctor like, hey, is that normal? And he said, yes, it's normal. It's just part of the process. So from the day that I got my surgery to the day that I got my cast off, it was 6 days. So on the 6th day I got my cast off, he taught me how to do these massages that I had to do 3 times a day for a month. And I also had to tape 24/7 for an entire month. That wasn't fun because like I couldn't really wear makeup how I wanted to, and you know, everywhere I went I got unwanted attention because I had tapes on my nose. And then after you do the full month 24/7, then you have to tape at night for 2 weeks after that month is up, and then after you don't have to tape anymore, but it's up to you if you want to tape. I do tape at night sometimes when I remember. I'm not consistent with it, but I just like to do it because I want to feel like I don't know, taking care of my nose since I did spend money on it. Yeah, that's pretty much what my entire process was like. I could not recommend Dr. Luis Sandoval more. He is really professional. His staff is really professional. I have zero complaints about my process or my results. I really love my results. He did exactly what I wanted. I asked for a more narrow front profile because my concern with my nose was that I had like a wider nose from the front profile, and now I have like a pretty narrow, smaller bridge compared to what I used to have. And so I also appreciate that it like fits my face. He did amazing, and if you are considering Dr. Luis Sandoval, you should do it. And if you're considering on getting a rhinoplasty, do it. This is your sign. I am so happy with my decision. Yeah, it's not a scary process. It's not a scary surgery at all. And once you wake up on that surgery bed, you're gonna literally be like, oh wow, like that was fast. It literally, you go to sleep, take a nap, you wake up and you have a cast on your nose. That's literally what the whole surgery felt like. So yeah, if you have any questions, please feel free to comment and I'll do my best on answering. Hope y'all have a wonderful day.